100 episodes! Ladies and gentlemen, we're back again for the 100th episode of Talking About Noise, your primary music news source. I'm one of your hosts, Art Moore.
I kind of feel like this is a birthday, and we're celebrating a birthday, and I just don't care.
Yeah, when you get to your age, 100 years old, you stop kind of caring about your birthday as much, right? You're just kind of like,
That's right.
I've had a lot of them.
So,
Done a lot of them.
I am the Swoop, your other host.
Eric Hansen.
Welcome.
Catch him at I Am The Swoop on Twitter.
To your primary music news source, Talking About Noise. And we are here to blow your mind. Welcome to the news desk once again for another week of excellentness.
We've been doing this show for 100 years.
That's a very long
100
time,
episodes, not 100 years. And just been having a good time with it. It's been a lot of fun. And Eric, can I say just here on the outset, it has been a pleasure every second doing this show with you. I've never regretted
entering into this relationship with you, and I've never wanted out except for those few times. But then we went to therapy, and it was all better.
Hey, our therapist helped a ton. He really
he was great.
He was great. We don't have a therapist.
Yeah,
anyways, folks, we're super excited for the show this week. 100 episodes brought to you time and time again with some breaks, but generally we've been pretty consistent with it. And here's to the next 100 episodes. We're hoping to reach that level here sooner than later. So we're excited about that.
How about we just cheat and call next one episode 200?
We'll just start calling them by hundreds. To 100, 200, 300. Go from there.
Right?
I'm not against it. I'm not against padding our numbers in any way. So. Anyway, Eric, you've got some good news for us.
I do.
What's going on in the music news world today?
All right, just a second. I was looking up some stuff. So, reading an article about Lorde.
Ooh, Lorde.
So, did you know her real name is Maximilien Robespierre?
I did know that, yeah.
Actually, do you know who Maximilien Robespierre was?
No, who is it?
What? He was part of the French Revolution.
Okay.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay, what's Lorde's
her
real name?
real name, I actually got to find it. Her real name is Ella Yelich O'Connor.
O'Connor.
I love that Yelich.
Yelich?
Ella Yelich. Like, that is a mouthful. Ella Yelich. So anyway, she recently released her song on YouTube. She hasn't released her album yet, but it's Green Light, and she performed it on Saturday Night Live.
Nice.
You remember this?
I don't watch TV just in general. I just
YouTube. It's not TV.
Well, fine,
Art.
but I haven't gotten around to watching it.
You need to join the internet. It's the World Wide Web revolution, my friend.
You have to realize I've basically been a single parent all week. My wife has been off at a user conference for her work, and I have been wrangling the kids and work and
not a good excuse.
Food and school all on my own. So
gotta get your Lorde.
No time for the YouTube, as I like to call it. All right, go ahead. So she released her new album.
Okay,
new single.
Right, Green Light. Right?
Green Light. Okay.
The album comes out in June. Okay. Anyway, before she released Green Light, she actually sent it to a producer. Okay. Max Martin, who has worked with a number of pop groups such as Britney Spears, Backstreet Boys, Katy Perry, Taylor Swift.
All right.
And
I've heard of a couple of those.
I hate them all. And he had a very specific critique, which I found fascinating. It has to do with the melodic math by shortening a part of the song, he said. He also said that this track is listed, or he would list it as an example of quote-unquote incorrect songwriting because of a shortened part. So I've analyzed it. I've taken a look at it.
Let's take a look at it.
And I've decided, I know what he was talking about, actually.
You understand what he was trying to say?
Yes.
And what do you think? Is it incorrect songwriting, or is it an artistic deviation?
Well, okay, so Lorde took it and said, thank you for the opinion, but I'm going to proceed anyway with what we've done, but I appreciate the input, right?
All right.
So I was like, kudos to her. What she did in this song, and she is an actual songwriter on this,
right.
So there is a first verse, there's a pre-chorus, there's a chorus, and then there's a second verse. That second verse has been halved according to what the first verse would be.
Okay.
And then she goes pre-chorus, chorus, and then there's a double extended chorus on the end with like a solo, like a synth solo.
Okay.
So what she chose to do was shorten the second verse and then extend the chorus out 1.5 times. So,
that's interesting.
So it extends and then cuts off abruptly. But the groove goes on for so long, you don't really notice that the second verse cuts you off abruptly, nor do you really notice that the song cuts you off abruptly.
So it works well. It flows well.
Yeah, I think it still works. I noticed it the first time I listened to it. I just had to make sure, so I went and listened to it like 10 more times and wrote it down. But I think that's what he's talking about when he talks about the melodic math and having everything line up in certain functional orders. So I thought that was quite fascinating.
And we look at bars of 4. We look at lines of 2. We look at verses of 8. Lines, that kind of thing. And when you start messing around with that math, not everyone's going to be happy with that. But I don't know. I'm interested. How did this become an article? How did people, one, find out about it, and two, like...
Well, because she said it in an interview.
She brought it up.
Yeah.
Okay, that's very interesting.
And the song itself is about, quote unquote, this is from Lorde, the drunk girl at the party dancing around crying about her ex-boyfriend who everyone thinks is a mess. That's her tonight, and tomorrow she'll start to rebuild. And then apparently it's more songs in the album are about that concept.
Okay, cool.
Which I don't relate to in the slightest, so I thought the lyrics were kind of lame.
No, you didn't.
I actually did.
You did.
While listening, I was like, nope, this is dumb.
This does not apply to my specific situation.
Oh, I don't care if it applies to my situation. I just think terrible. It's dumb. Anyway, I like the song, though, overall. But I thought that was quite fascinating. So it's okay to have incorrect songwriting, and it's okay to break the rules if you're popular enough and you can get away with it.
Well, and I think if you write long enough to the rules, right, you'll know when you can pull out of them and kind of.
That's the whole concept of gaining mastery in your field, right?
Right.
Like, you know when to break the rules and when you're allowed to. It's not like you can just walk up and be like, "I'm going to break all the rules and create a revolution," and then nobody cares because your music is horrible.
Well, and I've met with people in the recording studio who've brought in songs that they have touted as breaking all the rules.
Right, and then you're like, nope, this follows all the rules.
We got 10 hours of putting this song together, trying to fix it.
Yeah, that would actually be really
just
annoying.
Terrible.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's some good news.
So, Art, that was my first bit. Give me what you got.
So I think it's interesting. I have an article here written by Bobby Oshinsky, and he's got a great podcast. If you want to listen to like recording engineering or producing or even songwriting, but his main thing is just kind of looking at like the business of music, right? Putting it all together, getting it out there. And he has a new strategy, and I don't know if it's brand new, but it's something he's been seeing happening, and
it's not a revolution, Art. It's not redoing everything.
It's coming out, but I think it's interesting the points he makes with it. And he says there's several different new strategies for releasing out new music, and we're just going to hit on a couple of these. There's 4 of them here.
Okay, give me the 4 briefly.
Very quickly. The artist continues to release music on a regular basis to keep their fans happy.
I've heard of that one. Kind of like that's the whole Patreon idea, right? You have
Patreon
subscribers.
Idea. Yep.
You give like a new song a month or something like that.
Okay. The artist, every release of a thing is a separate marketing event, so they market each song separately.
Or album.
Nope. So
just songs.
Individual songs.
Okay.
So he's saying, and this is interesting, with the release of an album, you have that one event. It's a big event.
That's right.
And you have 11 songs. With the new marketing, you have 11 releases with 11 marketing events, and they're all a marketing event. Mm-hmm. And so that's a little bit different. And the idea there is to constantly have new music in the ecosystem that's yours, and hopefully gain new fans as you're working through that.
Okay.
And then as you release each song, you gain additional exposure.
Okay.
So in a 10 album song release, it's easy for a reviewer to focus on one song in the album instead of all of them. But with 10 songs, hopefully the idea is to get 10 different hits.
Okay.
In that way.
Yeah.
Review.
And the reviewers will rebut and say, yeah, but I'll just wait till you release all of them, then I'll review you.
Well, possibly, but
even if you get that, if you're lucky enough to get that.
Well, and
if you have the A&R
I
for
think
it.
there's a level, right? There's a level for all this. If you're Britney Spears, you're just doing all this stuff, piecemeal and having it all out, and that's fun. But if you are, I've seen smaller artists use these techniques as well to great success. And then the last thing is an album can be compiled afterwards, and you have yet another marketing event, another thing
Wait,
to be
I only
sold.
heard 3.
That was the 3, and the fourth one is the album can be sold as its own marketing event after they've all been released. So
that's just what you just said.
That's number 4.
Oh, wait, okay.
Yeah.
So
Eric
release
counting,
a single.
Kind of struck with that.
No.
So no, you continually release singles into
Okay.
to keep your fan base happy.
Okay.
Each release is a marketing event.
Isn't that the same thing?
No,
Okay.
because releasing a single is one activity. Having a marketing event around that single is a separate activity.
Okay.
In my mind, it is.
Okay.
Right?
I guess. I mean, couldn't you do both?
Why does it matter if they're in 2 different bullet points?
Oh, I don't know. Okay,
You're like stuck on the bullet
4, but
point
I'm
issue.
hearing practically. Okay, what's the definition of the first? Read me more of the bullet point of the first.
Okay,
one.
so he says the artist keeps their fans happy with the constant supply of new music. New music keeps the buzz and dialogue going about the artist on the social network.
Okay, what's the bullet on the second one?
So this one, the second one is just each release is a separate marketing event.
And that's all it says?
No, there's more
Oh,
stuff.
well,
It says that there's
go.
constantly new music in your fans' ecosystem and increased potential to reach new fans as a result.
Okay, what's the third?
And the third is the artist gains increased exposure for every song. So it grows with every time you go.
Well, these aren't different marketing strategies. This is all building on the same
Oh my
thing.
gosh, does it matter?
Yes, it does.
Does it?
I need
Does it matter?
specifics, Art.
Like
I need.
we have. I don't think it gets more specific than what Bobby Oshinsky has done here,
that's
and I think
not
he's done a
specific at
fantastic
all.
job. No. I think he's taking. You can look at releasing a single and stuff all that stuff in there for sure. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
But he's just parsed it out into 3 different items that help you kind of think about it and do this. And it's so weird that you're making a big deal about
Well, no,
how
I mean,
he just presented it.
it's like how
Four
I
points.
guess you
They're
would-
all good points.
No, you'd want to do all of them, right? So
Yeah.
I guess try and create a subscriber base, build it up your release the song, maybe do a Patreon thing where you release it like 2
Okay.
weeks early, and then
Right.
have a Q&A just for your Patreon subscribers.
Yep.
And then after you've done it for each song, then you release the album in its entirety,
Yeah.
and then the reviewers review it.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, you just labeled off 4 different items there.
yeah, that's all the same thing. Just
It's not
stick
all
it
the same
into
thing.
it's all just one
No,
part of one.
Okay, all right.
coherent
Well, we're gonna agree to disagree because this conversation is not
this is
continuing.
going nowhere.
This is not continuing.
So
I think thinking of the subtleties of each of the points is there's some value in that. Let's say that.
Okay.
So
Cool. All right. All right. So I guess I will have to retract former statements that I've made. I have.
about what? What are we retracting here?
I won't call this an apology. I will just say I'm retracting.
What are we talking about? What are we retracting?
So it's been of my opinion that when people start making kids shows and kids movies and music
start
and
marketing
stuff,
towards kids. Okay.
they've lost their legitimacy as musicians and they've given up pretty much.
Oh, really?
I'm looking at you, Kenny Loggins. I'm looking at you. Around Pooh
Loggins.
Corner or whatever it was. Destroying my childhood.
What about Ice-T and the river rafting family fun romp?
Right. Right. So I'll backtrack it just a bit, but I'll have my kids watch this and we'll see how it is.
All right.
So, Roots and Amazon are developing 2 new children's shows. The Roots are partnering with Amazon to develop shows. One of them is called South Street Sounds.
Okay.
And one is going to be an animated show, one is going to be a live action series, and it's going to include their type of music. I don't know if they're actually going to be writing the songs or they're going to have different songwriters, but they will have some other songwriters, it looks like. But anyway, this is their project for kids. So.
Oh, that sounds great. All I want to see is an animated version of The Roots
I want to see Questlove
teaming up with Scooby-Doo, all of the Harlem Globetrotters.
That is one of the most bizarre requests I've ever heard
Don't
in my
you think
life.
that'd be awesome?
With whipped cream and holding a mug, shouting.
Okay, I don't understand all that. Listen, Scooby-Doo has had a long, long history of teaming up with very, very strange people.
Oh, I've got what
right,
I
with
get what you're
Batman
saying.
and Robin, that was odd. And with the Harlem Globetrotters. And I think that The Roots would be a perfect combination to team up with Scooby-Doo. Just put it out there, Amazon.
No.
Make it happen. Put it together.
Don't make it happen.
No?
No.
No?
Uh-uh.
You don't think so?
Nope. Anyway, this will be coming out.
That was cross-marketing back in the 70s
I guess
or 80s,
so.
whenever
so.
those things happened.
So anyway, supposed to come out sometime next year. I guess I'll keep you apprised if it's garbage.
Okay.
Or if it's any good.
You're gonna
and if
test
it
it out
is,
on your own
if
kids.
it is garbage, I'm going to retract
back.
my retraction and say, nope, when you market to kids, you've lost it.
So when someone cool like The Roots are gonna make something for kids, you're like, all right, okay, let's see.
yeah,
that.
then I'm down. I'm like,
Then you're
"Oh,
down.
Well, you piqued my interest.
Okay. So what about appearances
Now,
on Sesame Street?
I was just
to
about to say that doesn't count because you're just a guest.
You're just a
They
guest.
just want you as a guest.
Okay.
That's all.
And what about like the Star Wars Muppet crossover thing? Also guest situation there.
Don't get me started on Star Wars. I've decided I'm anti-Star Wars. It's garbage.
What?
It's all garbage.
You know that the new one is coming out soon.
Okay.
This year.
So,
Oh,
great.
man.
Rogue One was garbage.
Rogue One was fantastic.
Garbage.
Okay, well,
Like,
what did you think about
just the
the
dumbest.
the Force Awakens?
Ugh. So dumb.
Okay, well, how about the film before that, the Clone Wars,
That was the animated one,
the
right?
animated feature?
It was just all right.
That was good.
It's all right.
Episode 3, no. Episode 2, no. You hated Episode 1? Okay,
Nah.
well, let's go past those.
Everyone hated
But
episode
the
one.
originals, you like the originals.
So of course, I liked them as a kid, but I can't watch them now.
you can't watch them
No,
now.
they're unwatchable.
Seriously?
Unwatchable.
All right. Well,
Okay.
I can't believe it's been 100 episodes and we're finally at the
No,
I
I've
hate
just
Star Wars
just
stage.
come to this conclusion. Just
Just recently.
Just
So what is?
recently.
Are you switching over to Star Trek? Are you going to go Firefly? What
Why
is your
do I have to
what is your
pick?
space sci-fi thing?
I've
thing of
decided
choice right now.
blank slate. I'm not going to have anything.
Blank slate. Eh?
I'm just going to enjoy the cream of the crop.
Okay.
Whatever it is, I don't care. But if it's garbage, I'm not going to watch it. I'm looking at you, Rogue One. God, what the stupidest movie.
Oh, now hold on. I have to, folks. We're gonna take a little sidestep here.
Nope, we're not.
Because Rogue One is, without doubt, possibly the best Star Wars movie we have ever gotten.
If that's the case, it's not saying much for the franchise, is it? Oh! Woo!
It is a fantastic
Boom.
movie. It is good. It is very good.
I'll say-
last week we joked about Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. No, the
fourth one.
The fourth one,
and there's
the
not
Crystal
even
Skull. Not a great movie.
it doesn't even deserve a title.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's Indiana Jones 4, right? But Rogue One was an excellent movie. It did not feel completely Star Wars-y. There were no Jedi. I loved that fact, that there were no Jedi, and the fact that the movie was it was solid, good character development, good storytelling. Alan Tudyk was in it. I mean, come on. You got Alan Tudyk in it. It's going to be good.
Where was he?
He was the robot.
Oh, he was a voice. No, he wasn't in it then.
He did all of the motion capture for it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
In
Great.
the scene
great.
with everything.
Then you're not really in the movie.
Yeah, he is in the movie.
Like the guy that played Gollum, he wasn't really in the movie.
What?
He was just the green screen
Okay,
thing.
now we're getting on to not Andy Sudeikis. What is his last name?
I don't know.
Anyway. Oh man, this is this is causing a rift right here. The Star Wars rift right down this line.
I know
and
how
now
to-
you brought Lord of the Rings into it.
I will cause
We've
a big
got some
rift.
problems
I will
here.
cause a huge rift. Watch
We've
this.
got some real problems.
Batman is overrated.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah, that's right. There was a certain point where the
There's no one who can help you
the comic
anymore.
guys were like, you know what? We got nothing. Let's just give Batman more superpowers, garbage, and let's just give him too much.
Yeah. So
He's gonna
your
explode.
fundamental misunderstanding of Batman and his superpowers. That's the part that negates everything you've said about Batman.
So now that I've got you thoroughly riled up,
Is Batman overrated? Yeah, sure.
Give me your next
admit
news.
that. No. I'll admit that Batman's probably a little overrated. But the fact that you were like, they just keep giving him more superpowers. Batman has no superpowers.
no, he
He's
does
never had
actually. He
superpowers.
does. Yeah.
Yeah, what's his superpower?
So they'll be like, Batman can go for 40 days without sleeping because he has like super Bruce Wayne sleep, and then Batman can do this and this. He also has the mind of the most brilliant strategist since Napoleon, blah blah blah. And you're like, okay, just stop.
Okay.
Okay, now that you're riled up, give me your news.
I don't know how to interact with you anymore. We don't like any of the same
we
things
can't
anymore.
use any Batman metaphors now. What do we have in common? We've got nothing.
No Rogue One. No Batman.
It's back to the therapist. for
Still
us.
Feel Like Your Man. This is John Mayer's new music video for his song of the same title. And it's very Asian themed. It's like in an
Which
Asian
I don't know why,
nightclub.
because it doesn't sound Asian in the slightest, but...
And neither does the
keep
song.
going.
The song's very American
No,
pop.
that's what I said. The song doesn't sound very Asian.
Okay. Cool. No. I thought you were talking about like the title or like the concept of the
Got it.
song
Okay.
itself. Just, anyways, it's very, very Asian strong, but people are kind of accusing him of cultural appropriation.
So, could you find... I actually tried to go find, like, where people were criticizing him, and all I found was, like, positive praise. I couldn't find the critiques or the
Well,
criticisms.
here's a Fusion headline. John Mayer's Asian music video was just released, and it's as bad as you expected.
Oh, I wasn't looking for... I was looking for actual people. Headlines.
Vulture took him to task for using an Asian culture simply as
who
an
did?
aesthetic background, the Vulture.
Oh, the magazine.
Yeah.
Oh, got it. Oh.
So
So, yeah, that's dumb.
So here's what John Mayer has to say about it. He says, I see there being a vain attempt to create a backlash, but I see people excited about the fact that I've returned to what I consider a fun-loving take on things. It took me a really long time to return to having a good time. I've always had a humorous side. There's a really well-functioning mechanism in my brain where the sincerity and depth and that profoundness of how I'm feeling and what I'm writing has to be offset by me personally with levity.
Well, he also says something else, right? So what exactly did the Vulture say about it? Like, give me the quote.
They took him to task for using Asian culture simply as an aesthetic background.
Okay. The video, so the song itself is pure pop.
And it's American pop. It's not
So John
K-pop or J-pop.
Right, yeah. It's just blah, blah, like
well, you
just
don't
candy.
like pop music,
It's
so yeah,
candy.
you're going to put pop music in the same basket as Batman and Star Wars. The song isn't terrible.
No, it's not terrible.
It's
I mean,
John Mayer pop.
I'm sure it'd be fun. But he's dancing with pandas. How can you not like that? It's hilarious.
So
Did you find the Vulture article? Like, what did they say? Because I was searching Twitter for like actual people feedback, and I found nothing. Like, I just found support. Like, if you search John Mayer or like search for this on Twitter, you find nothing.
Yeah, so I think that like, I don't know. To me, it's really ends up being a non-issue. Everyone who like really is focusing on it and who is angry about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just got
People
the culture
looking for-
appropriation tag is a tough one, right? Like as soon as that comes up, I have a tendency to disregard what those people say. But my thought here is timing, like when people all said this stuff, because it seems a little bit like he brought up the culture appropriation before people started criticizing him, possibly. I got to read more about that.
Well,
but it doesn't matter.
No, what's that other? He said something else about like, there's no room for criticism or critique or something. I gotta remember it.
Yeah.
Anyway, I just want to tell John Mayer, if people criticize you for your stuff, just double down.
Yeah, always double down.
Don't,
And he has done
don't
that.
apologize.
He has absolutely done that.
Just be who you are.
What's the last
No,
quote
he
had
was
in this
apologizing.
article? No, he didn't apologize.
Yeah, he was. He
I
was
don't
like
think so.
super apologetic.
He said here, I wasn't about to make a music video for a pop song unless I was having a blast. Like, what other video is there for Still Feel Like Your Man? Also, I think it's hilarious that I'm almost 40. I'm like, I don't know, what do the kids do? Like, oh, okay, I can make any video I want. Let's make it a fantasy. So he's not sitting here saying, like, we're very sorry that we've offended the Asian culture for appropriating their culture. He's not saying any of that. He's saying, listen, you might think it's cultural appropriation. I'm having fun. You know, it's just me trying to have some fun. So I don't think he's apologizing. Good. I think he's doubling down as you would have him do. You don't agree? All right.
I think John Mayer's an apologetic type of person.
I don't think so. Not recently.
Not recently.
I think he's grown as a person.
He's grown. He's a big boy now. He doesn't need to apologize. So, yeah. Anyway, go check out John Mayer's new video.
It's quite good.
Go check out Lorde's video.
Yep.
And you can hear what we were talking about. And then you can see his video. So the video itself is actually well made, and I thought it was very funny.
Yeah, I thought it was. Well, did you think it was funny because of the cultural appropriation, or did you think it was just a decent one? The pandas are where I honestly got to the point where I was like, why are there pandas in this?
I actually thought he was trying to make references to Kill Bill in certain parts.
I can see that for sure.
To me, I was like, oh, this is like a Kill Bill type thing.
Yeah.
But maybe not. But the Dancing with Pandas is freaking hilarious. How could that not be funny? Why can't you laugh at pandas? Pandas are like the dumbest creatures on the planet.
They are the dumbest.
They should not have survived.
Yeah, they should not still be around. And only by the grace of God and, well, basically,
and zoos.
Yeah, zoos are they still around. Because they don't want to mate. They don't want to eat, from what I've heard a couple of examples. There's
they
a couple
fall out of trees.
They fall out of trees
they're idiots,
constantly.
But they're so funny and cute.
They're adorable.
How could you not want that? So, yeah, I was going to go over music releases this week, but I can't find it.
Oh, okay. Well,
like my LinkedIn save,
we'll hit you up with the next one
we'll
next
hit that
week.
next time. So anyway, that's all we got.
Happy 100th.
Happy 100, Art.
Don't touch me. All right, folks. You can catch us at talkingaboutnoise@gmail.com. Talkingaboutnoise.com. You can tweet us at IamTheSwoop. That's Eric's Twitter handle. And I am at Artmore Studios. Thanks for being the fans. You know, we have a small fan base, but I got to tell you, you guys are loyal. And we have appreciated you guys following us for this many, many years that we've been doing this show. I think we're up to 5 years now that we've been doing this show. And it has been a pleasure. So thank you very much. And here's to the next 100 episodes.
Bye.